Hi, I'm Laksana and I'm going to give you guys practical, straight to the point guide on how you can actually be consistent at doing positive things like exercising, studying, practicing your art, meditating, anything. Well, this is March 24th, 2025, and this is going to be day 259 of consistently helping people build consistency. So, I see one problem here. People don't really see the importance of starting something small, okay? They tend to underestimate it, okay? Like, if you want to start something, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about, oh yeah, if you want to start something new, be consistent, start with 5 minutes first. And then people go underestimate, like, what? 5 minutes? You are not going to make anything big from 5 minutes every single day. But here's the thing. I kind of think like this type of mindset is wrong because, well, I do think 5 minutes of every single day, starting with 5 minutes every single day is a good start, which I'm going to be explaining on this video, right? So here's the thing. If you just see this thing in the big picture, right, you're gonna see things. If you do 5 minutes, right, of something, if you just invest your time for 5 minutes every single day in a field, in doing something, in practicing new skill, in learning a new field, you do it 5 minutes every single day for a year, right? For a year, you're gonna get 30 plus hours, okay, of investing your time on that particular thing. Okay, just 5 minutes a day for 1 year, it's 30 plus hours. Just do the mathematics, right? So basically, if we see things in the big picture, in the long run, right, we are gonna see how things. Well, it might seem small, right, but it's going to, it's going to add up, and it's going to go higher and higher, bigger and bigger. So, for example, right, uh, on a, in 2023, I from February 2023, I started to learn Spanish for at least 5 minutes every single day. No, not necessarily every single day, just being honest with you guys. Some of the days I didn't study, but for most of the days I studied Spanish, right? And like at the beginning of, at the end of 2023, I just accumulated for like studying for 30 plus hours of Spanish just because of that, you know, at least 5 minutes every single day thing. I accumulated more than 30 plus hours. So yeah, there are days where I didn't study. There are days where I only study for 5 minutes, and also there are days when I study for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and so on and so on. But yeah, the bare minimum is at least 5 minutes every single day. And again, I didn't study, like maybe I take like 2 days off in a month, something like that. So here's the thing. But here's the thing. Okay, I need to kind of admit that, hey, if you want to be great at something, if you want to be good at something, you need to put more than just 5 minutes every single day, right? But that doesn't necessarily means that starting with 5 minutes is not a good idea. Okay, so on this video, I'm going to be explaining why it's important to start small, but also why it's also important to progressively increase our daily minimum target in a small way. What do you say? Like, you know, what do you say? Small increase, right? Progressively create small increase. Why it's important. So here's the thing. When we want to start something new, maybe we are excited, but at the same time, we are kind of resistant to do it. Why? Because if we want to do something new, that means that we are going to have less time to do the other thing, and we are going to have less time to do, less energy to do, other thing relatively, right? So I mean, like if we commit to start to learn something new every single day, maybe learn a new language, that means our time to binge watch entertainment on YouTube or maybe like play some video games is going to decrease, right? Because we are going to invest our time in, learning a new language, doing the new thing. And like from my personal experience, I'm pretty sure some of you guys also experience this. We kind of have some kind of resistance, right? Because, doing this new thing sometimes, yeah, it can be fun, but sometimes it's, we just don't want to do it because it's way more fun to just play video games or maybe, just, relax all day long, right? But here's the thing. If we start with just like 5 minutes, right? Commit to this thing for 5 minutes, our brain is going to think like, well, it's just 5 minutes, right? It's not going to decrease my time and energy that much. So you know what? I'm just gonna do it. So there's going to be less resistance to it. And here's the thing. When we start with this 5 minutes thing, we are not really necessarily aiming for the results. Again, because if we want to be great at something, we need to invest more than just 5 minutes every single day, right? But that doesn't mean that starting with 5 minutes is a bad idea. It's a good idea because of the reason that I've mentioned. We are going to have less resistance. And also, yeah, our brain is going to think like, you know what, 5 minutes, it's not really that hard. I can do it, but also I'm not going to make any progress. Again, the thing that we are aiming here when we are starting with 5 minutes, we are not aiming for the results. We are aiming for the confidence. We are aiming for adaptation, which I'm going to explain later, right? This is going to correlate with, progressively increasing the daily minimum target. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's say we start with 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes of learning a new language every single day, and we do it for 7 days straight. Okay, so the thing that we wanted to be doing here is that we are going to increase that 5 minutes daily bare minimum target into 10 minutes every single day. Okay, and so we just increase it, maybe relatively not that much. We are not jumping from 5 minutes to 1 hour, right? So like 5 minutes to 10 minutes isn't really that big of a that big of a jump, that big of a change. And the thing that's going to happen here is that we are going to have more confidence to increase the bare minimum because we are going to be thinking like, hey, you know what? I've been consistently fulfilling my own personal goal that I've set for myself for the past 7 days. Guess what? If I, just increase it by 5 minutes, it's not going to be that much of a mess. Okay? I've proven to myself that I can. I have proven to myself that one, this is something realistic, and two, not only that this is something realistic, I also have the willpower to actually do that thing. Because you know what? I can just choose to be lazy and not do it, right? But I choose to do it. So you know what? I didn't do, 10 minutes every single day. I can do it. So it builds the confidence that we can actually do that thing, right? Undeniable proof that we've been consistently fulfilling our personal goal for 7 days straight. And then again, okay, once we've got to day 14, we are going to increase it to 15 minutes. Just add, progressively add small increase, add 5 minutes, add 5 minutes, build the confidence at, at 5 minutes more. Oh yeah, 15 minutes is not going to be a mess because I've proven to myself that 10 minutes, I can go with 10 minutes, and then we go to 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes every single day. Just slowly builds the confidence progressively and increase it, right? Progressively increase the daily bare minimum. And here's the thing again, when we just start with 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, our brain kind of think like this is something that's realistic, but it won't make that much of a difference. But once we've got to, like 20 minutes per day, our brain kind of think like, you know what, 20 minutes per day, not everyone can actually do it. Okay, not everyone can actually have the discipline. Not everybody have the discipline to actually build such consistency. Okay, so you are basically creating confidence. It's not being arrogant or something. It's just the fact, okay? Once you've got to day 20, you are going to realize that, hey, not everyone has the consistency that you have. I mean, like, it's not that we are seeing other people in a, lower position than us, but it's like acknowledging ourselves for the progress that we've made all along this way. Okay, okay, again, we are not going to be that one arrogant person that's seeing like, oh yeah, I can do, like, I don't know, I can do more than other people. No, it's just acknowledging your own progress without downgrading others people, right? But we still need to acknowledge that this is something that, doing 20 minutes of something consistently fulfilling your own target is not something easy, and it's not something that everyone can do. So you need to appreciate yourself for that. Okay. And once you've got to like 20 minutes per day or like 30 minutes per day, your brain is not going to think like, oh yeah, this is not going to make any change in my life. Dude, like 20 minutes every single day, that's like 120 hours per year. Okay. That's so much. Okay. 120 plus hours per year. So basically, if you just like spend your time 20 minutes every single day on the field, that nobody else is actually being serious on that field, you are going to be good. Okay, relatively you are going to be good. Oh yeah, and as long as you make the learning process effective, right? Effective, and actually you are making some progress and putting on the works. So yeah, basically that's how you actually be consistent. And I also will give you guys practical tips, right? Practical tips. Another practical tips to just set on an alarm in your phone. So you are going to create a clear schedule. When are you going to be doing the thing? Because from my own personal experience, if I don't set on a clear target, a clear time when am I going to be doing the thing, I'm just going to procrastinate and not do the thing at the end of the day. So, just set on an alarm, maybe like at 5 a.m., 5 p.m., 5 a.m. exercise, 5 p.m. study, something like that, right? And also another practical tips is to just change your alarm tone into something that can motivate you. It can be your favorite motivational music or maybe favorite motivational speech. So every single time you hear the alarm rings, you listen to the alarm, right? The probability of you actually doing the thing is going to be higher because big chances you are going to feel motivated, right? So yeah, that's how you actually be consistent. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and also join our Discord. And for today's date, authenticity post, today's March 24th, 2025, and Mimzar posted a King Kai post last 24 hours. Thank you.